Fire, fire, fire.
Yeah, no spoilers, chat. No spoilers. People are asking me about the Vitaly updates, and I'm like, did he get out of the? Did he get out of his jail? Like he flew all the way back, right? Yeah, I don't remember watching this. I think the last time we watched him, it was an interview of his friend saying that he was in jail, his cage. Yeah. All right, let's do it. Sorry about that. All right, 3, 2, 1, boom. My team messed up. We made a mistake.
Somehow, things can always get worse for the scumbag IRL streamer, as he's proven over and over again. I mean, it was just months ago that he got out of the prison in the Philippines, you know, because he decided to live stream himself stealing a motorcycle, some cosmetic mask, and threatening to rob an old lady, which obviously led to him spending pretty much the better part of last year in prison in the Philippines. But
dude, the roids wore off.
in the Philippines. But now it seems like things can get even worse for the guy, because he's potentially facing a multi-million-dollar lawsuit for falsely accusing an innocent person of being a predator. And this lawsuit can be filed any day now. And this whole situation is just so crazy because, again, it's been like, what, a few months since he got out of prison in the Philippines? The dude just got his life back, and immediately he goes and messes everything up again, because now he's banned on Kick again, because as you probably know, Vitaly, who's the guy we're talking about today,
they unbanned him? They should have kept him banned, bro.
He was deported to Russia from the Philippines just a few months ago, and he was extremely lucky with that entire situation.
Yeah, we watched I think it was an Atozy video, and it was like a Russian article that one of my mods found that talked about how his friend was trying to contact him and get him back to Russia.
Because again, he live streamed himself stealing a motorcycle in Philippines, which technically in the Philippines, Grand Theft Auto carries a minimum prison sentence of 20 years. So this guy is free right now just because the prosecutors decided to not charge him for the thing that he live streamed himself doing. And in one of the first public statements he made after getting out of prison, he said that, hey, this experience didn't break me, it actually built me. Which is an interesting way to reframe everything.
Oh yeah, didn't he get baptized too? Am I crazy or am I misremembering? I swear to God, he got baptized in the prison. He's like, I found God or something.
Because from start to finish in that situation, it was all his fault. He did that to himself. And I mean, he even challenged him to throw him in prison because he enjoyed that, apparently.
I will go to jail. I'm a proud man. I love jail. I get it up to be there for free. I don't have to pay.
But regardless, when he got back to the US, he jumped on Aiden Ross's stream and essentially picked up things right where he left him off. And he returned to his, I guess, usual content of, you know, the stuff that he was doing before he started.
Domain expansion nuisance streamer.
To harass random strangers in the Philippines for his content. So that was catching predators. And the whole premise of that is he does these sting operations where he catches predators trying to meet up with minors. And first, after he got back, he showed up at Disneyland with his crew, and I guess he was claiming that an employee there had agreed to meet up with someone underage. So he then confronted the guy on camera, surrounded him, and escalated the situation to the point where other staff had to step in.
Oh yeah, Disneyland character. You didn't want to get exposed. You weren't.
Просто долбоёб. Нахуй ему это надо делать вообще? Is there no fucking other content? Нет другого контента делать. Look, I think that the people that did the Roblox busting, because they never confronted those people and let the police handle it, I admire that. You can't really do vigilante justice because you're more likely to make mistakes and misconstrue or just like straight up just on accident do the wrong thing. And if you make a mistake like this, you're ruining someone's life. Not that police don't make mistakes, obviously, but I'm just saying, like, police have resources that you do not have as a civilian.
In Disneyland, and now you met with a minor. Welcome. You just friends got exposed for this.
The whole time, I don't think the age is appropriate.
Oh yeah, no, you're not going anywhere, Mr. Disneyland. Don't make a scene. We just want to.
And the people that do this for the Roblox, they hand over the information to the police, and the police make arrests and make their best judgment. Like, I can't fucking do this. Yeah, Chris Hansen, at least he was cooperating with police. This guy is doing it on his own.
We just want to. We just want to talk to you nicely. Just speak to us. What's going on here?
But they went on to warn him that if he didn't leave, he would be trespassed. And then suddenly the police showed up and they were banned from the property.
You're trespass. When you get back on property, you will be arrested.
Why would we get on the property where you guys are support? He works here.
And also, just to be clear, no official statement from either Disneyland or the police confirmed if what Vitaly was alleging was true or not. So while Vitaly was banned from Disneyland, we don't really know what happened to the employee, as they were never verified. But regardless,
I feel like Disney would have looked into them, and it makes sense because Disney's would have fucking just clapped him over the head and just thrown him out. I would hope. Like, I'm pretty sure even a Corpo Borpo doesn't want to be associated with, like, press like that.
Vitaly continued. And the format of Vitaly's predator catching content is pretty straightforward. Someone on his team creates a fake profile, poses as a minor, gets a, I guess, target to agree to meet up with them, and then Vitaly shows up and confronts them live. And I guess if you want
And what's dumb about this too is that they're doing it in a public venue property that's owned by a company and not in a park or something. That makes Disney liable for it, and it, like, if you make a mistake, that's fucked. Isn't it entrapment? I'm not gonna get into, like, the legality of it, because in some instances, like Chris Hansen and stuff, it's not entrapment. Because they do it, like, they do it with the police and they cooperate and stuff.
What this style of content can look like if it's done right, you can look at either Gideon or Skater Jean. Because you have both of their channels doing similar types of, like, sting operation videos, and they haven't made this mistake in the entire time they've done this, which I think has a lot to do with their intentions, the type of people they surround themselves, and of course, who they are as people. Because the reality is, the whole operation relies on one important thing, that the person that you're confronting live or on video is in fact a predator.
Exactly, and you don't have that resources as a civilian. That therein lies the problem too. Like, you can't just fucking do vigilante justice like that.
It's very simple. If you're using your platform to out someone as a predator, and you are not 100% sure that person is a predator, that's a massive problem. Which is why this is such a risky type of content to be making. You have to be doing it for the right reasons. Because let's be real, if you
and Vitaly, because of his pattern, like a pattern of behavior, I don't think he's doing it out of the goodness of his heart. He's just doing it because it gets a lot of views and clout. That's the problem as well.
Actually passionate about protecting the youth, you go out of your way to make sure you don't cut corners. You're not trying to clip farm this. You're trying to, you know, actually help people. Because if you are actually passionate about protecting the youth, you go above and beyond to make sure the person that you're calling out is actually a predator. Because again, if you get the wrong guy, that is life ruining for that person and for you as a creator. And obviously, in this case, they got it all wrong, because the girl running the fake profile, her name is Jocelyn, and she'd been talking to multiple people at the same time. And I guess the way the setup was structured, she would reveal that she was 16 at some point during the conversation. And if the person still agreed to meet, well, that was then the basis for the whole confrontation. The only problem here is she mixed up her conversations and accidentally sent the meetup invite to the wrong guy. Why was this the wrong guy? Well, she hadn't revealed her fake age yet, meaning the person that came to meet her had no idea this person was a minor. So the man that she contacted, his name is Akash Singhania, and he had been talking to her, believing that she was 18, and had no idea what he was about to walk into.
Jesus Christ. What?
16-year-old.
Wait, she never told me she was 16.
Oh, she did.
We got the messages right here.
Wait, where did she? I swear to God, she never told me she was
really?
16. I swear.
Wait, really? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
My bad, bro. You're good.
No, I swear to God.
Sorry, bro. Wrong person.
Maybe it's a misunderstanding.
Wait, no.
Wrong person after they live stream his face, and he just straight up does the racist little Indian dance too. Like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, dude, listen, 18, I swear to God, I don't move like that.
So you trolling too?
No, we got the messages.
No, she said maybe it's a misunderstanding.
Oh, you probably deleted it on his end.
See, this is what I mean.
Wait, I swear to God.
And right from the
And again, with at least if the police make a mistake like that, there's like legal accountability for it. This dumb fuck's gonna get away with it because this guy's not gonna sue him. This guy's not. It's just not gonna happen.
Oh, you probably deleted it on his end. No, wait, I swear to God.
And right from the start, Akash tried to deny everything, and every time he tried to explain, they cut him off. He kept on insisting that she was 18 and to check the messages. But unfortunately, no one listened to them, so they just continued to berate the guy. But thankfully, that's when he decided to call the police, which actually is a good sign, because you would think if someone's there to do something bad, they wouldn't want the police around.
He said, LOL, you can tell me. I want to be totally honest before everything. I lied on there. I'm 16, but
Wait, don't make it weird, please. Wait, I'm calling the cops right now.
You said, look. Wow, let me get it.
Wait,
Don't touch me.
Wait, no, that's B. That's not me.
Look, why are you shaking?
I'm Akash, AXS 1286. That's not
Why are you shaking? Because you're accusing him of doing a horrible, heinous crime of talking to a child. Duh.
Count.
Hey, buddy.
I'd be fucking shaking too.
No, wait.
We read the right evidence.
Guess what?
Hello.
Guess what?
Can you guys come to my location? I am at
He has a 2 Snapchats.
You must have 2 Snapchats, bro. No.
But as the police were on the way, none of this slowed down whatsoever. They didn't take 1 second to step back and go, huh,
Yeah, and
maybe he's actually telling the truth. But this is essentially when, I guess, the members of Vitaly's crew, especially a guy by the name of Gabe IRL, who's been recently collabing with Vitaly a whole lot, he was coming up with all kinds of theories. Like, maybe he deleted the messages. Maybe he had a second account. Or maybe he was just super tech savvy and figured out how to make them not see it in the messages.
You have 2 Snapchats.
Please read the text. Please, someone, please.
You're one of those tech Indians, smart ones, huh?
No.
Snapchat? No. So what do you think? What's your take on it? What do you think happened? He deleted the Snapchat? Like, what happened?
Yeah, no, just look at his face, man. That he just looks dumb as fuck. Like, dumb as bricks. You guys can have him? Dude, I don't want him. I'm Russian American. I don't want this motherfucker. He's dumb as bricks.
What's your take on it? What do you think happened?
Okay, hold on. What if Russia and America hold hands for 1 second and we just shoot him into the moon? Yeah, the moon can have him. Like, nobody wants him. Just shoot him into the moon.
Snapchat? Like, what happened?
Yeah, no, he did the snaps or he has a burner snap that he used.
You didn't know
We're
that?
not stupid. We do this every day. You know how many widows like
But if she's talking to him on one snap, why would she go to another snap?
You have a second phone?
Like, dude, again, how are you doing this if you're not 100% sure that the dude that you're confronting and actively ruining the life of is in fact a predator? If you are not 100% sure, you shouldn't be doing this. But finally, the police show up and they escort him to the police department. And once the officers went through all of the messages, that's when they saw, uh-oh, there's a serious mix-up here. Akash was not the person that Jocelyn was setting up for. So Jocelyn apparently had...
I told you, man. And again, I don't think the guy's gonna press charges, because who the fuck has that kind of money? Even though they probably, like, affected his life in some sort of way. 2 separate chats going on. And I guess she got confused about which account she was using for which. And she sent the message to the wrong guy to meet up before she told him that she was 16. And apparently the guy that she did say that she was 16 to had blocked her. So that's how, I guess. They tried to, and the guy blocked them and did the right thing.
She somehow confused the two? Like, how does this happen?
Oh, I can see why, because emotions are running high. She's getting excited. They're all hyping each other up. It's an emotional situation for sure.
Let you leave?
This is emphatic.
Why did you just block her while you're on your phone? You just blocked her while you're on your phone. He just blocked her. He just blocked her.
Wait, I did not block her. Where did I block her? Wait, no, dude. You just wait.
How are you not 100% sure about who you're about to ruin the life of? And while obviously this is a massive mess up on Jocelyn, this isn't something that Vitaly should be outsourcing. If you as a creator are going to use your platform to publicly out someone and ruin their lives, you better be 100% sure that person is actually a predator. You can't be like, oh, well, my researcher messed up. Dude, there is no...
How many forensic stories I've watched in the last, like, probably, like, 5 to 10 years of people just, like, finding out that they fucking messed up the forensics, or they messed up, like, I don't know, like, someone messed up down the line, because humans make mistakes. Computers still make mistakes, too, but I'm just saying... Yeah, like lawsuits, or like freaking people ruining their lives, getting sent to jail for 20 years and they were innocent all along. You don't get that life back. Like, if you're unlucky enough, you could get your head blown off.
For error in this kind of content, which is why Vitaly is such a terrible fit for this type of content. When you look at his past, this guy has a past of doing anything for attention online.
Exactly.
So just by looking at his track record, he seems like he's doing this for all the wrong reasons. But regardless, Vitaly, he put out both a written statement and a live apology on Kick and Twitter. And here he publicly acknowledged that him and his team had wrongfully identified Akash. He said they were completely wrong and that this mistake was serious. And then he was also deeply sorry and asked people to please delete all the clips of this happening. He confirmed that police...
And the internet's forever, bro.
...cleared the guy, and that he was going to be stepping away from doing the predator catches for a while, and he was just gonna IRL stream and chill.
We wrongfully identified and accused Akash Singhania as a... We were completely wrong, and we made a terrible mistake. We believe here in only telling the truth, and our team and I messed up. We're deeply sorry to Akash. This mistake will never happen again. We messed up, and guys, whoever has those videos, please delete it, okay? Immediately. What happened recently, I think we should take a break and go to Miami, do some regular IRLs, and chill for a bit.
But on April 15th, things got a little bit more serious for Vitaly because Akash, the victim in all of this, he didn't want people to just take Vitaly's word for it. No. So he released the police statement in a phone call to his father. And here in this recording, the officer tells...
Oh my god, that's humiliating too. Your entire family? Like, I don't know, man. Like, think about it. You get a call from the police and they're like, yeah, your son got accused of being a pedo, and then boom, the next minute they're like, yeah, he's not actually a pedo though. Like, my heart would, like, I think my heart would yo-yo. I would have a fucking heart attack. Family disowned, family was... Yeah, because rightfully so, but like at the same time, it's like you're yo-yoing.
Akash's father that his son was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that after actually going through the investigation, he was not the suspect they were looking for and would not be charged or arrested for anything.
Your son was at the wrong place at the wrong time. We didn't know if he was a suspect in a case or not, so we took him to the station to conduct an investigation.
Yeah, obviously, they do what they do.
We determined that he was not the right suspect we were looking for. So your son was perfectly compliant. At the time of our investigation, we thought he was involved. We thought that he might be our suspect, so we took him in for questioning. And obviously we determined that he's not our suspect and he is not arrested. He's not getting charged with anything or anything like that.
And when Akash's father asked what they could do about this, they said, hey, this is a civil matter and you're going to have to sue. But Akash's innocence would be in their official police report.
I just want to make sure that these guys who bullied him, who harassed him, cornered him, including the girl who trapped him. What can we do for these guys? Because like they screwed with his life.
No, I 1000% agree with you. We had talked to your son too. We're going to give him paperwork and documentation along with our business card, the case number, because we're still going to do a report and document his innocence. The rest of what you can do with that person and stuff would be civil stuff, lawsuits and stuff like that.
But now, remember that request that he did for the Clippers asking them to delete their content? That could be, you know, out of remorse, but it also could be to delete evidence. I don't know. People are currently debating that online. But regardless, Akash posted an official statement saying this had real-world consequences for me and that he would actually be pursuing legal action. And consequences don't just disappear because of an apology on social media.
Yeah, oops.
Those Clippers already spread that original clip.
Yeah, it's getting accused of murder. Like, you think people look at you the same way? Like, again, people look at you and then they see the first thing. You think they're going to change your mind?
Far and wide. So he's currently pursuing a defamation lawsuit, and he has apparently retained one of the best defamation lawyers in the country. And that means the footage that's floating around isn't just embarrassing for Vitaly, it's actually evidence. Because every clip that stays up with that view count gives them ammunition to use against Vitaly. Because let's be real, the wider those clips spread, the more the damage is for Akash, which obviously means the stronger the case is for a larger settlement here. So who knows, that could be the angle for having clippers delete the clips. All we can really do is speculate here.
So if you guys are asking if I'm cooked, I'm very cooked, yes.
But also, beyond the lawsuit, people are also pointing out how the interaction and the confronting by Vitaly's team was just outright racist to begin with. Because the whole thing about them saying they don't believe him because he's a tech-savvy Indian and mocking his accent is just so distasteful. It's an awful look for him, and obviously it's an awful look for Kick. So naturally, Kick banned him again. And then to make things even worse for Vitaly, another streamer by the name of Asian Andy came out and said, Vitaly was calling...
Oh, that's the guy that ran off that freaking hag out of his friend's house.
One of the predators that he was confronting, Asian Andy, which is obviously his name. And that obviously caused a massive wave of people thinking he was the guy in the video that Vitaly caught. So when the whole situation happened and Vitaly apologized, Andy said it was very hard to take Vitaly's word for it that he was committed to accuracy.
I'm not really fully paying attention to your text, and then I verified, and I was trying to call you. That's why I didn't want to.
And you just called me to say you didn't see my car, and then you said you've seen it, and you walked right out.
I didn't even want to take you there. I just want to talk to you in the car first.
I'm assuming your name is Asian Andy?
And that's where Gideon comes back into the picture, because a couple of days after the Akash situation, he went a step further and brought Vitaly's former producer, Raymond McClure, into one of the live streams to talk about how these operations work behind the scenes. And Raymond worked for Vitaly back from September to December of 2024, and also had credits as head of production for MrBeast Vertical, had time at BuzzFeed, and with Law by Mike. And he said, while many of the catches might be legitimate, the methods the team uses to get these are deeply questionable. And that was the reason that he fired most of Vitaly's team at the time.
You hit me up saying that there were some things even worse than what happened with Akash.
There's a whole separate decoy team. The more catches I did, the more I started asking about what is the evidence. 8 out of 10 times they have something really, really good. And there's a couple instances that I wanted to talk about. One of which, we were in this like high-rise apartment. If you look at the stream, there's no predators almost the entire stream. And that's because I stopped one midway through. He says he's on his way. I say, Santi, what's the evidence? Santi pulls me away from the cameras and he whispers, he's like, I told this guy that I'm 18, but when he gets here, I'm going to say, hey, do you also want to cousin? I'm like, dude, you can't do that. You have no evidence at all. He's like, well, it's too late. He's already on his way. So he goes.
That's so fucking retarded. What?
Down to meet him. I go in behind them. They start talking to the guy. I go up right behind him and say, bro, get out of here. He walks away. That was just one thing that I knew about.
And this is kind of interesting as well, because remember, Vitaly did this whole Philippines trip because he said, oh, my whole team left me. Was this because of that? Which then begs the question, when he got back home from the Philippines.
Well, it's like, okay, there's a difference like between like, oh, I'm 16 and then they walk up and they're like, yeah, I still want to bang you. Like, but like, oh, I have a 15-year-old cousin. You want to bang her when he's already there with an 18-year-old? That's dumb.
Did he just build a brand new sketchy team? But the guy also confirmed that the priority has always been content and not the arrests, as he estimated that out of roughly 100 encounters, only 3 actually were convicted. And this was partly because there was pressure to keep the stream going rather than pause and wait for law enforcement. And that is just crazy and just shows that you are completely in it for all the wrong reasons.
How many prey catches did you facilitate with Vitaly?
Over 100.
And how many of those guys do you know of that were actually arrested and like convicted?
I want to say 3, where we flew decoys back out to get those arrests. Arrested, I would say between 12 and 20.
Out of 100, only 3?
Yeah, what I'll say is like the pressure of every stream they want 3 predators, 3 predators, 3 predators. Oh, we're going to stream every day, every day, every day. Oh, you only get paid by the catch, by the catch, by the catch.
And that's basically Gideon's whole argument, because Vitaly clearly prioritizes the clip over the results, which makes things so much harder for everyone else because the Akash situations happen. And of course, when Vitaly does a big mistake like that, obviously people are going to look at the other channels and go, huh, are you doing this as well? And that's the thing with this content.
It's just content for them, man. Yeah, I mean, like, again, you can still make the argument and be like, oh, I don't like what Chris Hansen did, but at least the guy presented evidence to the police, and then the police literally worked with a company that goes out of their way to be as clean as possible. Chris Hansen was just the one filming it with his crew. They weren't conducting it. They were also doing it with people that worked with the police for like 10 years before that know what they're doing. They're not amateurish. Like the Roblox guy? No, not even the Roblox guy, because the Roblox guy presented evidence of people being groomed, like actual kids. And then he would present it to the police. It's not like he went out there and then like faked, you know, oh, it's them actually doing it, and then I'm gonna go to their house and then I'm gonna shame them and then I'm gonna call the police. He just presented the evidence.
It's a minefield. It is a net positive to society when it's done correctly. Because the ones done correctly, at least, you know, take some monsters off the street and or put them on law enforcement radars. And what I also hope happens from all the viral clips and so on is that predators actually think twice before going to meet some minor. But of course, as soon as you have clout-feeding influencers jumping into this category to get as many views as possible, mistakes like this happen, and suddenly you've ruined complete innocent lives. Regardless of Vitaly though, getting arrested overseas for harassment and theft, as bad as it was, that chapter's closed. He spent his time in prison, he got deported, and now he's home. But pretty much as soon as he got home, he's in hot water. Yet again. Now he's potentially facing a massive defamation lawsuit,
his reputation?
and he's been banned on Kick again.
I should look that up.
Will he ever get that back? Who knows? But if he doesn't get his kick back, his career is completely over. And let's be real, Vitaly has been a complete nightmare for Kick, as he has 2 high-profile things that resulted in bans on Kick now. So I have no idea if he'll actually
getting banned on Kick is impressive.
Get unbanned, but they did end up unbanning Jack Doherty, so anything's possible, I guess. So until he's unbanned, his career is essentially over, and now he has a potential multi-million-dollar lawsuit hanging over his head with basically no income. So that in itself is also life ruin. What happens? We don't know. I guess we have to just wait and see what happens, but regardless, I will definitely be following this lawsuit. So hey, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe, drop a like if you enjoy it, and I'll be home at my regular setup before you know it. I've just been camping out in Korea because I was covering another trial here. So if you want to watch the conclusion of the Johnny Smalley saga, you can click the video here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Get a real job. This guy's been around probably for like the last 10 years though. That's the problem. He literally has nothing going for him. He's like 35 plus or 40, or he's going to be 40 more. Yeah, he used to do like prank stuff, and then he escalated like really hard when he realized that he wasn't making enough money. Yeah, he used to be like a prank guy. One of those stupid YouTube pranksters. Yeah. No V. Yep, no V. Okay. Can he be a janitor these days? Well, I mean, not that he'd want to. He doesn't want to work.